everyone, my name is Kudzie Nicolle Mapiye and welcome. On this channel I do videos about my life in Australia and I also share different life lessons. And today I'm going to be talking about my experience in an Australian university. So I studied in Australia for 3 years from 2008 to 2011, and I just wanted to come and share my experience for anyone who might be interested in studying in Australia, you know, coming to Australia, postgrad, undergrad, and you've just been considering it as an option. Just wanted to share my experience with you, more from like a cultural perspective, like moving from a different country, coming to Australia, the kind of things that I found to be interesting. So the first thing, and this was like a major culture shock when I went onto the campus, and that is the dressing. So coming from Zimbabwe in 2008, and I know that things have changed a lot in Zimbabwe, like, you know, just like everywhere else in the world, like styles of dress, everything. But the time that I left, it was still quite conservative. So the dressing was quite conservative. And then I came to Australia and I remembered my first day on campus. I'm walking and oh my goodness, I had the biggest culture shock when I saw how people were dressed. Like, I came in February, and February is in the heat of summer, the heat of the Brisbane summer, and it is very, very hot. And I remember I was wearing a pair of jeans. I always used to wear jeans. I still like jeans, like, even though Brisbane is so hot. I was wearing a pair of jeans and just a normal top. I think I was wearing like just like some closed-in shoes, like looking like what I thought people should look like when they're going to uni. I get there and I see people wearing shorts that are barely even covering their bottom. Some were not even covering their bottom, and you know, just very, very summer type of clothing. And I was so shocked. Like, I was like, oh my goodness, how did they get out of the house looking like that? What did their parents say? Like, I was just so shocked at the way like university students were dressing, which I now understand to be normal because it's suited to the weather. It's hot, it's uni, people are young, you know. So it was one of my greatest culture shocks, and I think all throughout my uni life I never really adjusted to that. Like, I would see someone dressed a certain way, I'd be like, oh my goodness, like, wow, that's really short, or that's really revealing. But I've now just come to accept that, you know, this is the way that young people dress in summer. And I remember the second thing that really shook me was PDA, like public display of affection. Like, people, you know, people in uni, they're in relationships, they're in love, and people were, you know, it wasn't like the hand holding, it was like the kissing in public, the, you know, grabbing the bottom in public, walking and you've got your arms around each other. Coming from a conservative country, that was a big culture shock. And I saw that a lot at uni, as you can imagine, full of young people who are just at the beginning of their relationships. Like, it was a major culture shock. Like, I would like cringe. Like, you'll be like, you know, standing next to someone, or you know, you're in the library or something, and people start kissing, people start cuddling, and I would just be like, oh my god, what are they doing? I was so not used to PDA, and I saw a lot of it in uni. And the last thing that was a bit of an adjustment for me at uni was inside, you know, our different classes. I remember I was so used to like raising my hand if I want to say something, because I had been in Zimbabwe until I finished my high school. So, you know, it was after my a year after high school, so I was used to the way we used to learn in high school. And if you wanted to say something, you'd raise your hand and then the teacher would say yes, you and then you say whatever you want to say. But in uni, like especially in the tutorials, I found like the teacher would say something like, ask a question, so what do you think about this or whatever, and someone would just like shout an answer out, like just blurt something out. And I'll be like, oh my god, they didn't even raise their hand. And there I am busy raising my hand, and by the time the teacher, the whatever tutor sees my hand, all the things that I wanted to say have already been shouted out by someone else. So that was something that honestly I never really adjusted to. I like the whole shout out your answer, like when I was in uni, it was really, really difficult for me because I thought like it was so different from the way we used to do things, and I thought it was disrespectful to just shout out an answer. Even though I saw it being done, I just thought, oh my goodness, this is so difficult for me to do. It's so hard for me to bring myself to do this. So you know, I would struggle if I wanted to say something to really just shout it out, and especially like finding when to speak when everyone else is like shouting out answers, and then you're like, okay, so when do I come in? I felt like, you know, I was playing, you know, that double dutch that game where the ropes are going and you need to like get in while, you know, and not trip while the ropes are still going. That's how I felt talking in my tutorials and in my lectures at uni, because I just felt like I was just constantly navigating, okay, when do I come in, when do I say what I want to say, like I want to say something but I don't want to shout it out. So you know, it was really, really hard for me. But yeah, overall I really, really enjoyed my uni experience in Australia. I feel like if you do have the opportunity to do uni in Australia, you definitely should, because it is so much fun. There's so much to learn. I think during that 3-year period, I had so much growth personally, everything in life. I gained so much independence because of just the way things are done, and I really enjoyed, despite the whole shouting out of answers, I really enjoyed my learning experience at uni. And yeah, if you have any questions about, you know, uni in Australia, please feel free to put them down in the comments below. And if you want to find out more about, you know, life in Australia, please subscribe. I do more videos. You can watch my previous videos, and you can also follow me on Instagram. I'm not super active, but I do post here and there about things I get up to with my family here in Australia. So see ya, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.